For my ENME 351 project, I created an automated fishing rod with an ultrasonic sensor, a thermistor, and a buzzer to allow the fishing rod to pull in a fish even when a person is not present. The ultrasonic sensor is connected to pins 3, 5, and 6, the buzzer goes to 10, and the thermistor goes to the analog pin 0. I'm going to now go through my Arduino code. So first we have the ultrasonic sensor variables, and first we have the trigger pin, which goes to 5, the echo pin that goes to 6, the ground goes to ground, and the UCC just goes directly to power. I next have a photoresistor variables for the photoresistor, as well as the value of the photoresistor itself. Next we have the buzzer variable and the motor variable. Now going through the void setup section, we have a pin mode of trig pin going out and a pin mode of an echo pin going in. We have the serial begin at 115,200 to set the baud rate at that rate. For the photoresistor, that's also an input. The motor itself is outputting, and the buzzer itself is also outputting. As for the void loop for the ultrasonic section, we have the trig pin going to low, then delaying by 2 microseconds, then going to high for 10 microseconds, then back to low again. And we have this duration equals pulse in, echo pin setting the echo pin to high. The speed of sound is approximately 343 meters per second. And we can calculate this by multiplying the duration of the speed of the sound and then dividing it by 2. I did get that code and the explanation from the official Arduino website, so that is how I knew how to multiply it by that value. Next we have the serial print, distance, and the delay by 1 second. For the photoresistor, I just need the photo value to read itself and to serial print it. As for the buzzer, I set it so the distance needs to be greater than 5 and the distance needs to be less than 15, as well as the photo value needs to be greater than 400, because the point of the buzzer is to make sure that when you are not currently there and a fish is currently being pulled in, that it would make a noise to notify you so you can come back. And the distance is from 5 to 15, so that way when I first start the code and the original sensor value is at 0, it doesn't initially try to buzz when there is nothing being sensed. Going to the motor, the distance has the same reasoning as the buzzer, and there is the digital write delay going from high to low and then delaying again. Here's a quick demonstration of the thermistor sensing the light and the ultrasonic sensor sensing the distance from the paper. I'm now going to go through my processing code. So here are my variables for the processing. Through the void setup, as you can see, the size is 800 by 800, so that's my window. I need to make sure that the port is open. I chose a serial port 0 and made sure my baud rate was the same as the Arduino. I load my pictures of the fish, boat, and the others here. For the void draw, I make sure to make a background of the light blue from 0 to 125, and then from the bottom half, that would be 125 to the end of the height. I then have my port to make sure that the port is open and to make sure I am getting data from the Arduino and from the sensors itself. And here, if the distance of the ultrasonic sensor is greater than 5 and less than 15, which I mentioned before, that is when I would move the fish up, so minus 50 for that value. And the image mode is the center, so it makes the center of the image, not from the edges of the image. And then here's me uploading the fish, boat, and others. And that last if statement is when it gets to the top, it resets it back to the bottom. So here is the fishing rod in action. And as you can hear the beeps, and it will pull the fish upwards. Right now the ultrasonic sensor is sensing the paper that is horizontal. So when I take away the paper, because it's more vertical, the ultrasonic sensor does not sense it anymore, so it does not pull up or beep. Now when I show you the screen of the processing, you will see how Nemo goes up as it pulls in the string. When he is not currently being reeled in, he does not move up on the screen. And here is Nemo being sent back to the bottom.